Derek Bodwell, CWA 7076, and we're proud to support this bill with our brothers and sisters. Any bill that leads to jobs in New Mexico is one we definitely support. And every time I see a little yellow sign, I know that my neighbor's working.
Dale Lautrec, Art Department. And when I wear this shirt, anywhere doing my shopping in Santa Fe, Hanson Lumber, Lynch Fence up on Upper Canyon Road, Pack and Ship Shops, everyone tells me that when the business was slow, they lost business. When it picks up, they tell me how great the business was. I was in First National Bank last week. The woman said, "Oh, my husband owns the lunch truck that they hired to go on Godless." Netflix was very generous. Coffee trucks, lunch trucks, taco wagons, things where the multiplier effect may not specifically address, but everyone is impacted positively on the economy of the film industry.
For members of the committee, my name is Matthew Ellis. I am a set carpenter prop maker with IATSE Local 480. I worked in construction prior to this, and as many of you know, the housing market and construction tanked. The work that I've been able to do with this union has allowed me to stay in New Mexico, keep my house, keep my family here, and I strongly urge you to please support this bill. It's good for workers and it's good for New Mexican families. Thank you.
Chair, members of the committee, I'm Mel McCarran. I'm an actor, a writer, producer, musician. I'm also with SAG-AFTRA, the Actors Union. I'm on the local board, first vice president, and I'm also on the national board. I'm in Los Angeles at least 4 times a year, talking up New Mexico, working for New Mexico, and the responses that we get are phenomenal. We have a program that has grown, that is the envy of other states. They would like to be what we are. We had a downturn. We recovered. We had a closed for business sign out. We've come back, we've grown, and from my personal experience, I had a reasonably good year last year. I tracked it. I did not spend one dime of that money out of the state. It went not to Jamaica, not to Stockholm, heaven forbid, not to Arizona. It all stayed here. And it got recirculated through the merchants, to charities, Meals on Wheels, my local church. Gross receipts get paid. The money all comes back. I'm telling you everything that you already know, and I really thank you all for the support you've given the film industry, because as the previous speaker said, this is one of the bright stars, one of the growth areas in the state. And we're not asking for a handout, not even for a hand up. We're asking for an investment, because it's totally an investment in New Mexico. Thank you.
My name is Scott Kuipers, and I'm a carpenter with the Local 480, Local Film Union. Prior to working in the 480, I was a self-employed builder here in Santa Fe. And with the decline in building in 2008 through 2012, I moved over to working in the film industry, and I support the raising of the cap for this bill. And one of the main reasons I love the film industry is we have so many young people coming in. A lot of people in our local are able to, younger people are able to like buy houses and actually get loans these days. And I just want to voice my support for raising the film cap so we can get more business and more money into our state coffers.
Thank you. Anyone else in that row?
In New Mexico, I left in my high school, after high school, because there was no program here. There was no place to grow in this industry. I left and went to Los Angeles. I came back. Right after I got back, the film industry started to flourish. I support this, and I appreciate the consideration that you have for supporting this bill. I'm able to see my dad, my grandmother, who's 101, and I'm just very grateful that I live in this beautiful state, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair and members of the committee. My name is Tom Shook. I'm the president of the local SAG-AFTRA union here in New Mexico, and I stand in support of this bill. One of the things that the incentives have done for our industry is, I can explain it this way, for the actors. Our membership has quadrupled since the original tax incentives were passed. And that's because people like me, a native New Mexican, I don't have to leave now. I can stay here and work. People that have left who felt they had to leave have come back. People that live here are getting work, and so they're joining the union. So that's why our membership has grown tremendously in the past 10 years. We hope that you support this bill. I think it's very important in terms of the future of this industry here, its sustainability and so forth, and putting New Mexicans to work, and also filling the coffers. This is a huge cog, I believe, in the economic wheel of New Mexico. And we hope, and I hope that you all support it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, my name is Sean Boyd, and I'm a SAG-AFTRA member. I'm an actor and a writer, and I'm one of the people that Tom mentioned that has joined the membership of SAG-AFTRA. I earned my union card here in New Mexico, which was something I did not get to do while I was in Los Angeles and my time there. And I say that to say that New Mexico is a place of opportunity, and I believe that word is spreading about that it is a place of opportunity, a place of growth, and I think that this bill and the support that's behind it has contributed to that. And aside from the vibrancy that it adds to the community in terms of economy, what I'll just say is that I believe it adds creativity and a swell of creativity to the state. Brings creative people here, keeps creative thinkers that live here staying here, and I think that does wonders for an economy too, because that's the future of America is creativity, creativity, creativity. So I just want to speak out in support, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Dan Lormer. I'm speaking for the Rio Grande chapter of the Sierra Club. We see the film industry in New Mexico as one of the very brightest spots in our economy. And we love it because it has a minimal impact on our precious environment. Thank you.
All right.
Madam Chairman, my name is Asa Lutukro, members of the committee. I've been a IATSE member since 1993, and I've been lucky enough to go to various other states and practice my craft. All the states I've gone to have all said one common thing. You know, wow, New Mexico stole our films from us. And my point is I really appreciate you supporting this bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, Alexander Douglas. I primarily right now work as a stand-in. I'm also an actor. I have a neurological condition known as atypical autism. And because of my disability, I was labeled in conventional employment as virtually unemployable. The only reason why I am employed and considered employable is because New Mexico Film is what it is. It granted me an opportunity to enter the workforce with disregard to my prior track history, where I was not successful. I support this bill because New Mexico Film keeps me working. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Haley Jocelyn Roy. I am a union member with SAG-AFTRA and also the 480. I started out as a single mom. My whole world changed. My dad died during all this time. I found out I was on my own. I started out as a real estate agent. And surprise, the people who were able to buy houses in Quebec, I happen to be in the film industry. So that's how I found myself in this into the industry. And my problem was I needed a more consistent paycheck because it is sales, and I'm a decent salesperson, but sometimes you don't get to close on homes and deals fall through and things happen, and I have 3 children to feed. So that's what brought me into this. It has changed my life. It has saved me from being on welfare, from needing, for the first time, I have my own health care on my own that I earned. I have my own retirement.
Madam Chair, my name is Adam Eisman. I'm a prop maker with the local 480, and I would just like to say that the film industry is one of the very few places in New Mexico where people will work with their hands to make a good living, with benefits, with health care and retirement. And in this state, the list is short of avenues for these folks, whether it's carpenters, artists, hair and makeup artists, electricians. There are 100 crafts where people find a way to have good lives here, and it's the film industry that we get to thank for that. Thank you. I support this.
My name is Melissa Malcolm. I'm with the Teamsters Local 492. We represent all of the drivers on the movie industry for all the film sets. I was a driver for 14 years. It provided a great life for me and my family. I have other family members that it provides a great life for them. The Teamsters support this bill. We hope that you would too. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
Trey White, Teamsters Local 492, Madam Chairperson and committee members. Obviously, I support the bill. The one thing that I want to stress is the component of the residency. You know, the indexing is important, but making sure that this money that we're spending goes to the Mexicans is very important. We need to. I'm excited to see that we're going to try to possibly clamp down on that a little bit and keep people from maybe getting the job from out of town and then having to pay the fine dinner like John Henry was talking about earlier. So yes, I support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, member of the committee, members of the committee. My name is Dorothy Estrada. I'm a Teamster Local 492 driver. I've been doing this for close to 9 years. I'd really like you to support the bill because in this industry, I see pay equality, which I think is very important for the state of New Mexico. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kevin Poole, member of Teamsters Local 492. I'm here asking you to support this bill also.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, committee members, my name is Maxine Velasquez, and I'm with the New Mexico AFL-CIO, representing 62,000 working men and women who stand with our brothers and sisters from New Mexico. We're proud that we are at the top of the country. We're not at the bottom this time, we're at the top of the country on films, and 62,000 working men and women stand in support of this bill.
Students. I've been a former stunt coordinator. Now I work with the Teamsters. I've filmed all over the world. You see here today, this is a family. I came here 7 years ago, Bill Richardson's idea in my head. That is the way we make our state work. Hire, train, and keep our people working every day. I'm into this.
Thank you.
This cap is not on us. This cap is on the hopes and dreams of young New Mexicans. You're saying you have less opportunity to work in the film business because we're doing okay. We're doing okay. The more money you put in there, the more we will be able to fulfill the hopes and dreams. Because remember, this industry is unique. As you climb up, people at the top exit. They move above the line, purchase directors, producers, writers, actors, or they move to Los Angeles and become local 800 designers, local 700 editors, local 600 camera people. They work in Georgia. I have crews all over the world right now. We build the sets for Saturday Night Live. They fly out on Saturday and Sunday night on JetBlue. They build the sets and they fly back on Friday morning to Saturday Night Live to build the sets that you see there in New York. We're all involved in these sort of things. And as people exit the top, it creates a hole for every New Mexicans to move up, and they can come in at the bottom. We're constantly creating new jobs in the bottom. So all this cap does is prevent more young New Mexicans working in the field.
And I appreciate all the hard work that goes in, some of the jobs that many of you that are here with us this afternoon actually perform. And it's great to hear your stories. And I really appreciate you taking the time to come here and spend with us on this important legislation. And so I don't have any questions. Those are my only comments. Chair Trujillo has some.
I'd like to move do pass on House Bill 92.
We have a do pass motion by Chair Trujillo and a second, multiple seconds. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, go ahead and call the roll, please.
Representative Maldonado.
No.
Representative Gomez.
Yes.
Representative Herrera.
Yes.
Representative Lente.
Yes.
Representative Lewis.
No.
Representative Aldrell Culver. No. Representative Carl Trujillo.
Yes.
Representative Jerry Trujillo.
Yes.
Representative Rua Loba.
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Madam Chair. Let's explain the vote.
Okay, so let me go ahead and read off the vote. I vote of 7 in the affirmative, 3 in the negative. Your bill, House Bill 192, receives and passes.